Hello, and welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's number one Mother Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, recording live from Monteria, Colombia, shirtless. I don't have any shirts, so if you're listening to this, I don't have a shirt on, but I have a desk today. This is the first podcast I'm not recording on the floor. So we gained a desk but lost a shirt. We'll get there eventually. And I'm here with my mom with a new Zoom background.
I'd like to take credit, but it's your dad.
Parquet. Eventually, I'll try to get a little studio going. I'll put some stuff in the background when I have a more permanent place, but moving around. Yeah, it's so hot here, and I don't have any clean shirts, so.
It's okay. We'll overlook.
Where are you in Natick?
I'm in Natick now. Yes. Back from Nashville.
Yeah. How was Nashville?
Yeah. It was so fun. It is
nice.
Just one giant party.
Yeah.
I was so tired when I came back. Like one strip of just, bands and partying. And I don't need to go back for a while.
It's like country Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Basically. Yeah.
No gambling though.
No,
there's no other things you can do. It's just music Vegas. And partying. Yeah. It was fun though. We had a good time.
Well, we're recording this on March 3rd after a Celtics win over the Grizzlies. Jayson Tatum's birthday. I don't know if you saw Deuce singing "Happy Birthday." Classic.
No, I didn't.
He led the whole crowd. They put him on the jumbotron and he sang "Happy Birthday" with the whole crowd to Jayson. I think it's awesome.
That's so cute.
It's classic.
Yeah, he's so cute. Cute kid.
Yeah, and then he fell asleep at the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, at the end. Yeah, I saw him on the phone playing games. They flashed to him and he's playing games. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we start with tonight? Because, we've both been traveling. I think we've missed some game, a lot to talk about, but I say, let's get right into tonight's action. Best game, I think, in a while. I mean,
favorite game of the season. Favorite game.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd go that far just because I think, especially in the first half, both teams were kind of stinking offensively.
Yeah. But, maybe second half. Favorite second half.
Yeah, the second half was great.
It was just very entertaining.
Yeah.
I thought all around. I thought defense was good. Yeah. Go ahead. What were your
highs, lows?
Mm-hmm.
I guess high for me was Tatum. He was outstanding. Happy birthday to him. 2 for 7 from 3. Not great, but 14-25 overall. 37 points. I thought his decision making, his passing was great all night.
Spot on.
And as soon as we needed him to score in the fourth quarter, clicked it on, took over the game, won us the game. I mean, I think he was really good.
Yes.
And then I guess low, I don't know, maybe 3-point shooting. We're still at times we just struggle. We just can't, we don't have that guy, especially without Jalen.
Yeah.
Other than
he's
Tatum,
been struggling. Yeah. Our 3 points.
Just don't have that guy.
Yeah.
And that's the one going into the playoffs. That's the one thing that could hurt us. Although Grant Williams 3 for 3 again, he is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He hits it oh my God.
Yeah.
He's automatic. As soon as he gets an open look.
Yeah.
Bottoms. What about you? Highs, lows?
So my high, obviously, Jayson Tatum was outstanding. Very few complaints. I think his passing, he is trying, and it has improved so much.
Improved since we started the podcast. He knew we were going to rail on his passing.
I think he's listening. Listening.
It's been a complete
listening.
180. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Of our 7 listeners, somebody is getting information to him. I just know it.
I can see our metrics though. We're an international podcast. Because I can see our metrics on Anchor, and we have listeners from Germany, which was Dad when he was in Germany, Colombia, which is me in Colombia now, Switzerland, which is probably Nan or someone in their family in the U.S. So
he's got of our 7 listeners.
We have many that we have international.
Somebody's connected, and they're talking to him.
Reach.
Yeah. But his passing, I think he is working extreme tonight. He did a great job. Now, I will preface that by he has to, because they were all over him in the first half. I mean, they had 2 to 3. I mean, I thought they were a good defensive team. I mean, I think they were all over the ball. He got stripped a lot. Marcus Smart got stripped. I mean, they got more, they got stripped more than normal today. They really did. I mean, I think they were a hands-on team, and the refs weren't, it was a fun game. The refs weren't calling a lot. They let a lot go. You know, it was a fast-paced game. I thought, especially in the first half, we looked like old men. Our whole team, the pace was a little slower. We got faster as the game went on, but we looked like old men. Yeah. But my high, Jayson Tatum, like I just said, but my real kind of secondary, I mean, he's always a high, right? He's always the high scorer. My second high was Al.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
He rocked this game. I thought that 35-year-old came out and just has surpassed what anybody thought he would do. You know, he just was really spot on. His passing, his rebounding, he did his job. He was my, I think, MVP if it wasn't Tatum. But Tatum was fantastic. He was really fantastic. But I guess we expect him to be fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, he should be fantastic. He was great. My low, I really wrote down no low right now. I think second half was so good. I had no low.
Oh, come on. There were a couple lows.
My first half
rebounding.
We really looked slow in the first half. The dribbling, you know me with the Tatum dribbling up to his eyeballs, and then 2 are on him and he gets stripped. Like, we come down the court and we're just slow. And a team like Memphis flies, whether it's off a fast break, whether it's they're just fast moving. They move on offense. We just seemed very slow the first half, especially. I guess we were playing so well and shooting well the second half. I didn't know, but maybe that's my low. We just do not play fast enough compared to other teams. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, great game. I mean, the third quarter seems to be our time. Like every game, I think they said on the broadcast. Yeah, well, I think they said on the broadcast where we have the second best plus minus in the third quarter. I think Golden State was number 1, but we're the second best third quarter team in the league at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll get into Hawks probably after this, but yeah, that seems to be when we're kind of taking over these games. Other thoughts, I guess. I mean, Ja Morant was good at the end, but very unimpressive first half, I thought. Wasn't really over. I mean, he has 38 points, but overall, I wasn't that impressed with him.
Good body control in the lane.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a good player. He's a good player.
Of course.
We played good D, and I think the refs did a great job not calling everything. They let a lot go.
So you listened to the local broadcast, right?
Yes.
So I had the TNT broadcast, and they just can't stop talking about Morant.
Scal couldn't either. Local couldn't either. They couldn't. Yeah. Next level.
I don't get it.
You know how many times I heard that? Next level. Next level.
Well, and then they're like, oh, it's just not his day. I'm like, well, maybe we have the best defense in the league and 2 of the best perimeter defenders. Like, maybe that's why it's not his day.
He had 30 something points.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to score 50 something or 40 something every single game? Yeah.
The other guy I thought was really good for them was Jaren Jackson. His like little post hook there. Yes. Was like automatic. Yes. And then
Baines.
What?
Another guy, Baines had some good, or Bain or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Second half. They all shot poorly. Everyone shot poorly in the first half.
Yes.
But Jaren Jackson, I thought was great in the first half. He was like their best player, just solo, kind of that like running jump hook. And then end of the game, just lost his mind and started chucking up the worst threes I've maybe ever seen. I was like, what is happening? Early in the shot clock, he's got that like lean in weird shot. It was so bizarre.
Well, I'm going to say, I think they thought they were going to win all the way up. So Ja Morant was still sitting on the bench with 8 minutes left, and we were up by
I thought they brought 15. Him in late.
And Adams, they brought him in late. They were kind of, and Ja was like, they kind of flashed over the camera a couple of times, and he's laughing and kicked back and relaxed. I guess it doesn't matter for their standing. They're far enough ahead. They're third place and they're far enough ahead.
They're pushing for second. I mean, it's
in the
still
West.
not
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like they were so relaxed. I think they thought they were going to come in and just, it looked like that, oh, wait, we got 7 or 8 minutes left. We're going to come in and win. Because they still were sitting on the bench when we were ahead by 12, 15. It was just very interesting. I was like, I would put those guys back in now. So anyway, very interesting.
Another thing I've noticed for this, and then we can transition this into the Hawks game that was on Tuesday night. But this and that game, I think another thing I've noticed is the crowd has been into it.
Yeah.
It seems like the whole momentum is growing and people are excited to go to the games. And
yes.
like, I thought that on TV, at least, obviously I haven't been there. I went to one game this year, but on TV, it seems like the crowd is louder than it has been. And I just feel like there's a lot of momentum with the whole thing going on that is good.
Yeah.
And another big win. And this time against that's been the one critique. We can't beat good teams. And here we are, beat a good team.
Well, we have, right? Suns. That's what I said to your dad tonight was, what is it with us coming in right away with an intensity for the super good teams, the Suns, the Sixers? I
believe we have the best record in the East of teams above 500.
Agreed. And we look so kind of lackadaisical against those lesser teams or teams we assume have a lesser record, but we seem to come in with intensity, preparation. I don't know if we watch more film on those teams, maybe because we think we need to, but teams like the Pistons, we were not prepared for them. We were not prepared for them.
I'll give a little pushback on that. The two most recent games we've lost have both been the second day of a back-to-back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I will give you
Pistons
that.
game before was the second day of a back-to-back.
But even
for the All-Star break.
Second time we played the Pistons, we were close all the way until the fourth quarter.
They play hard.
Like even Scal was talking about that, which made me look back at their most recent games. They've all been close. Like
they're gritty. Yeah.
They're playing well. They really are playing well. But in that type of team with a record is so bad, do you go watch film? Do you even know who to guard? Like at times, I don't know.
On a back-to-back, like how do you even how do you even have time?
Yeah.
And then again, the most recent one, which we'll get to, the Pacers game, was another back-to-back game, that time on the road.
Yeah.
But let's talk Atlanta first.
Okay.
I did not watch the first half of this game due to a power outage here. So I
texted you, is that normal? Where you are?
well, so across the street from us, there's like a telephone wire with, I don't know, like, like the little electrical box on telephone wires.
Yeah.
That was on fire. And I was like, everyone's kind of outside and they called like the police, not the fire department or whatever. And so I guess, nothing happened. They basically what happened is the people came to fix it and they turned off the power as they came to fix it, which happened right at 7:20. So I missed the first half of that.
That's pretty fast though, that it was back up and running. It's on fire. They come and within how long?
I don't know. Yeah, it was like an hour, a little more maybe.
Yeah,
a little over an hour.
That's pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so you'll have to fill me in on what happened in the first half because I only saw the good.
The first half was not good. Pacers. Let's see. I have a lot of notes here.
A lot of notes.
I do.
Love that.
Well, I went back after Nashville and I was watching. Oh my goodness. Pacers. I didn't take a lot. Okay. So Pacers.
Hawks.
Oh, Hawks.
Hawks. Okay. Tuesday.
I got a lot going on.
You did your homework. I'm glad. Came back from Nashville.
I came back from Nashville. I even watched the Pistons
film.
Game.
Wow.
Watched the Pistons game again. All right. Oh my God.
Again.
No. After they played it.
Okay.
All right. Pistons. All-Star. Maybe I did. Did I not watch the Hawks? Let me find out.
It was Tuesday.
So
it's the most recent game.
Okay.
You've watched too many games in too little days.
I've watched a lot of games in 4 days. Well, the first half, I don't think the Hawks was not good for us.
No.
Oh,
it was
Hawks. Here we go.
Tuesday.
I got it.
Tuesday.
I got it. It's a lot of notes to take. Unorganized here. All right. Hawks. I have to say, at the beginning of the Hawks, I was listening, and they were talking pregame about egos in check. I think that was nationally televised. I didn't watch it on the
TNT.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
And so it was very interesting. They were talking about egos being in check. The national sort of broadcasters were, and how Tatum and Jaylen more and more are talking about supporting each other, wanting to stay on the same team, and how they're only going to be successful if they keep their egos in check. So it was a kind of an interesting conversation before. That game, Collins was out, and I was listening to them and saying the lack of success right now. I guess he's been out a few games, and that they don't use him enough. I thought that was very, because he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've
talked about him a lot, and I don't think they use him enough. Okay, first half. Al and Rob were spectacular. I thought they played great defense. Shooting was terrible. Trae Young played extremely well, had an ankle injury, came back, was really good.
We lost Jaylen, obviously. That was
yes. Yeah. My high for that game was Rob Williams. I thought was my MVP of that whole game. I thought he played spectacularly, and we probably would not have won if it wasn't for him. In the first half, also, I thought Derek White played extremely well. Even in the third quarter, he came in when shooting wasn't going well, and I thought he went to the hoop. I thought his offense was spectacular.
His finishing ability is really good.
It really is. I agree. At the hoop. He had a couple threes tonight, but in general, I don't think he's a 3-point shooter.
No, he's not.
I don't think but he's okay. He's a decent passer.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Defense is pretty good, and he finishes well.
Just still a hole. Like
yes, I agree. Our 3-point.
It's a big kind of glaring hole there.
So I didn't write a lot for the first half. I'm not going to lie. I thought in the very beginning of the game, I made a couple comments about Al and Rob playing good defense in the lane. But other than that, I didn't think we weren't playing that well. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. So we were down, 15 at the half, 17. I think they were up 17 at one point.
Yeah, we shot terribly. You want to know? I mean, I think too many threes. Oh, I have a few notes here. I have a little stick drawing of somebody throwing up, missing threes. Tatum shot another 3. Tatum stripped. Oh, and then he was slow to get back on D. That's another complaint I have. Tonight's game, when you watch the Grizzlies get back on D, they have 4, sometimes 5 guys back so quickly. We do not get back on D. Like, we are jogging back at times. Like it is, and with a fast team, we can't be jogging.
They're so fast. Yeah.
They were so fast. And you look at us, and that was another old man moment. We didn't get back. We did not get back. So that was one of my notes too, is like Tatum stripped, and then he jogs back slowly after giving the ref, wait a second, I was fouled. And then he's not back there for D. Yeah. That happened a few too many times. He was very unhappy offensively in the beginning and just not part of the game at times. So a little unhappy about that. Second half, what do you think?
I mean, again, didn't see the first half. Second half, we looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't miss in the third, stormed back, took the lead, and just never let it go. Yeah, I mean, not really that much to say. It was just like we have been in these third quarters. Third quarter, we smoked teams. Yeah.
And I thought Tatum passed better in the second half. Yeah, I thought he started passing really well. Yes, agreed. First half, I don't know what happened, but second half, I agree. It's like a turnaround. Yeah.
I thought Grant Williams just
So consistent.
I love him. Yeah, he's great.
So consistent.
Mr. Consistency. Hits his
Yes.
threes when he's open. Because he hits threes now, he has this sneaky little drive now because he can pump fake and get the guy in the air and put the ball on the ground. And he's missed a couple and like isn't still developing, but it's like he
moves are pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he continues to build. So I think I'll look it up after this, but I think he has the most missed threes to start a career in NBA history.
Oh, it's up there.
Yeah. I think he has. I think he's number one, and now he has one of the highest percentages in the league. And now he's adding this kind of driving off that threat, and his defense is improving. He's a guy that is. We seem to our player development has now taken a step because for a while it was non-existent.
Rob Williams. I think they've developed him.
Yes.
Into
even Tatum though.
A different
Tatum's
player than he was.
Has taken another step. Everyone's development is of the young guys really really kind of expanding. And I thought he was great. Derek White was great. Tatum again. Yeah, I mean, that was all. I have nothing bad to say.
No, I think Rob Williams
I started
was
the second half. We come
MVP.
back in one quarter from a 15-point deficit and just go off and win the game.
Yeah. In that game, Rob Williams was my MVP, my extra MVP, because you can't always have Tatum. I can't. I just can't. So Rob Williams was my MVP in that game. He was everywhere. And I went back and watched the Pistons game, which was just before that, right? No, what was just before that?
No, before that was we lost to Pacers.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that. Have we talked about that? No.
No, we have not.
I didn't even watch the last quarter because that was just one big embarrassment. I'm not going to lie. It was just a sad game. Sad game. My notes. Tatum stripped. JT misses from 3. Offensive foul. Jaylen Brown has a technical foul because he's so angry. It was just one weird kind of, I don't know, weird game.
Again, back to back. I'll take it. We've lost the only games I think in our last 14 games we've lost are off back to backs.
Al Horford didn't play in that game, I believe. I think that's the game he sat because that was the back-to-back, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was right after the Pistons.
Yeah. Day after Pistons.
He didn't play. And I think we missed him. Like his stability, he did not play. But that was like by third quarter, we gave up and put all the subs in. It was just, we were done.
Yeah. But before we get into that, I'd say last thing on the Hawks game is how do we get Bogdan Bogdanović on the Celtics?
He's so good.
He's exactly what we need.
I agree. He's
great
so
from 3,
good.
Playmaking wing that just takes the ball and he's been incredible the 2 times we played him. And I was thinking of his contract. I was like, what trade do we make to get Bogdan on the Celtics? He makes a little too much money. I didn't think he was paid
consistent. Calm, just that player.
Doesn't need the ball in his hands a lot, but always makes a good play offensively. He's exactly what, if we had him, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah,
he was very, very good. I agree. 100%.
Both games we played, it was like deja vu. I was like, how is he not an all-star?
Yeah, I agree. He right team, he'd be amazing.
Yeah.
He comes off the bench, doesn't he?
Yes. He played more than a lot of starters, but
which is weird. How's he coming off the bench? He's so good.
I mean, sometimes like a little Manu Ginobili effect, sometimes it's good to have one of your kind of not better guys, but like that kind of good 6-man who can.
I'd like that good 6-man.
Yes, we could use that. I mean,
that good 6-man.
White's not bad.
Yes, I agree. I just think we haven't figured out 100% how to use him yet.
Yeah,
like I said, I think
we need a 3-point shooter off the bench so badly.
Yes. Yeah. Which Pritchard hasn't been doing poorly. That was my high, right? Oh no, we haven't talked about the Pistons yet.
Yeah, so I think we'll get off Atlanta and we can kind of smorgas the last of the 3 games because we've kind of
I didn't watch over the place.
I watched Brooklyn, but yeah, we've been just so we can kind of combine any thoughts from those 3 games we want to bring up before we look ahead.
So the Pistons was a close game. Like again,
I saw like
the way until the end. It was like third quarter. You were still saying, "Oh my gosh, they're still hanging on."
Around.
And then Pritchard came in and was just a little spark.
I know. I missed one game. I looked at the stat sheet. I was like, I missed one game, and Pritchard goes off.
I said that to Greg. I wrote, Pritchard has been freed.
I know. So who's listening? Who's listening to our podcast?
He was freed. Oh my gosh, he came in and did exactly what we needed to kind of push us over the, he had a great game.
Well, so after the trade deadline hit, we were thin roster wise, obviously from the trade. We
still thin right now.
Yeah. But I mean, especially with injuries. I mean, we haven't even talked about that. We'll get to kind of the future coming up, but we're thin. So Pritchard, I was like, okay, Pritchard's going to get some minutes. And that first, I can't remember what the first game is. Maybe it was first game back was.
He didn't get many.
Brooklyn?
He got some.
He got some, but he didn't play very well. I was like,
no,
they're never going to play him again. And then they can stick to him. And now he's getting fourth quarter minutes. So I was like,
yes.
I mean, and he doesn't play bad. I don't think he adds a ton, but he can score. He hits the 3, which was
Pistons. He added a ton. He was.
I missed one game and my guy goes off.
Confident layups. And he did an excellent job. He gave us the little spark we needed because it was a close game. Yeah. He was really good in that game.
The Pistons are tough. They play tough.
They were tough. Yeah.
I saw not a bad Bill Simmons podcast. He was talking about that too.
Yeah. No, they were
the depth in the league and how they're one of the worst teams. And like they're not a bad team at all.
Well, I said that about the Cavaliers. It was last year, Greg and I were talking and we played them and they played us tough one of the games. I mean, I thought they were a decent team. I don't know if it was last year. I don't know when it was, but their record was terrible. And I'm like, they are not a bad team. Yeah. And look at them now. They're playing well now. Like and I feel like the Pistons, they just got Bagley. It was Bagley.
I wanted him.
Yes, he's good.
He's good.
He's good. And I think that has made the difference for them. He played us incredibly. Yeah, I think he got hurt in the second one. I want to say he got hurt in the second one and went out, and that might have helped us in the end. But he's good. And he played incredibly well. They got him, and I think next year you're going to see
they beat somebody good.
Hornets.
On a Kelly Olynyk buzzer beater. Did you see that?
Hornets.
And then they just beat the Raptors.
Yeah. So I think next year you're going to see a different. I think they're so far out of it at this point you can't even discuss them this year.
That's a good bet for next year. We'll see what their
But I think
win
the
is.
Pistons are going to be good.
They're going to win
next
some games.
Year. Yep. I think they're going to be good.
They need it. I mean, they remind us honestly they remind me of a young Celtics team. They're not like overly talented, but they play really hard. They're gritty. They have a couple guys that can score, and they need that kind of one like game-ending score. Cade Cunningham is obviously a rookie. He's good, but
he's really good for a rookie. For a rookie, he's really good. Yeah. But anyway, they were a fun team to play and to watch. So I enjoyed that very much. Similar, I think the Grizzlies are very similar to that, right? Fun to watch.
They don't have a Ja Morant, but maybe Cade will get there.
Yeah,
we'll see. And the last one, I guess it's good kind of to tie it all around. We can go to future and past. The last game that we haven't spoke about since we last talked was the Brooklyn game.
I didn't watch. I didn't go back and watch
not much to. I mean, I watched that one. Not much to talk about.
I kind of kept.
They didn't have any of their players again. Yeah. We crushed them.
Oh, I got a comment for this. That's game. So tonight they played the Heat, I guess, and they were ahead in the first half. You sent me that.
I didn't watch any of that. Yeah.
So how is Ben Simmons' back hurt? His back soreness.
Yeah, who knows?
What? You're finally on a different team.
Yeah.
You have back soreness from what?
Too much gaming.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah. So I'm kind of at a loss.
Not much to say from that game. We were up ahead early and just they're not very good without their guys.
Yeah. Well, Kyrie
again,
can play, right? It was home.
the TNT broadcast hates the Celtics. I don't understand. It was another game on TNT, and you get to halftime, and we're crushing them, and all they can talk about is, oh, this team's going to be really good when they get their guys back. They have all these bench guys. I'm like, we're crushing their bench guys. Like, of course they're going to be good with their guys back, but like, not the story. Like, it's not like even if they were within even if it was a close game, you can say, oh, it's a close game anyway. And when they get their guys, but it wasn't close. Like,
yeah. But the only time I had ever heard national broadcasters talk fondly about the Celtics was when we had Hayward that first year. Remember that we were going to be the dream team. Then
exactly.
That's the only time I think I have ever heard somebody say like the Celtics are going to be the team.
Yeah.
When Hayward that year, right? So then Hayward gets hurt or whatever. Other than that, any national televised game, have you really ever?
No, they talk about the other team the whole time. It's great.
Yeah.
So I'm saying John Morant was all night. It's like Jayson Tatum was out of his mind. Took over in the fourth quarter. And
for some reason, I don't know. I always say that. I'm glad we're back to the Boston channel because nobody has anything nice.
Cheerleader Scal.
Pro everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much.
That's a good transition because we'll play a very different Nets team next on Sunday. Durant is back. They're playing at the same time as the Celtics, so neither of us obviously saw that game. But he had 31 points. I guess it's probably looking back to. Does Kyrie play? That's what I was going to ask. They did lose 6 points.
Does Kyrie play? I thought the broadcaster said he was.
I mean, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Is there a reason? Does he have back soreness?
No, he could have back soreness. There could be some back soreness going on.
Does he have back soreness too?
Well, he was sitting out like Cleveland games when he first left there. He doesn't want to hear the boos. Who knows? I mean, he's played in. It's not his first time playing in Boston, but who knows? We'll see if he shows up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be a good one. Durant's back. Kyrie will probably play.
Actually, yeah.
They'll have all their other guys minus. I don't think. Let's see let's look up what the latest news on Ben Simmons is. News.
Back soreness.
Report says Nets hope Ben Simmons will play before playoffs after setback. So a few weeks longer. They say he has a back injury.
Practice setback? Like what?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you have to assume he's like training. Like even if he's not with the team, he's like he's got a trainer and he's doing stuff. But who? I don't know what's going on there. Ben Simmons.
Before the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the cusp of not making the playoffs. Like what? Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're hurt, you're hurt. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. All right. I'll be kind now, but I'm just shocked.
It is
finally get the opportunity.
You think you'd be ready to kind of itching to go. But
what were you doing that caused your back soreness? Yeah. So anyway, I was kind of excited for him. I'm not going to lie. Like, young player.
He's a fun player, yeah.
Yes.
I've always been a
get over this little bump there.
Yeah. If you could just learn how to shoot. Have you ever heard the theory that he's left-handed?
Oh no, I don't even. He's still a good player, regardless.
Yeah, he's well, there was an art. I think I mean, this could have been just an article a long time ago, but people are theorizing because he's so ambidextrous, dribbling and like finishing at the rim.
Yeah.
And he's kind of considers himself ambidextrous.
Yeah.
But he shoots with his right hand. And so people are saying maybe he's just left-handed and doesn't realize it. So he can't shoot because he's trying to shoot with his right. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, but it's a funny theory.
But he's tall. He's a decent defender.
Great
he goes
defender.
To the hoop well.
He's a great
like
playmaker. Yeah.
He's a good player.
And he's a good fit for their team. They have a lot of shooters already and other guys that can stretch the floor. Yeah. We'll see.
I think he's a great addition.
And they'll make an immediate impact. That would not be. That's a terrible matchup for a team. you're one of the top 2 teams in the East, and your reward is playing Brooklyn in the first round.
Yeah. No, we don't want
not where you want to be.
No.
But yeah, we got Brooklyn
On that,
coming
did you
up.
hear the Sixers, Harden, and I was reading today that in the last 2 games, Harden and Embiid have shot 59
I know.
free throws. 59. That is a game I don't want to watch or play or watch the Celtics play. Yeah. What? 59 free throws? Come on.
It's going to be tough to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've seemed to gel immediately. Although I saw like a stat where Harden always puts up big numbers in his first game with teams. Like he has like almost a 30-point triple double in all his first game with Houston, his first game with Nets.
Yeah.
First game so we'll see. Two known choke artists in the playoffs. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
But the East is very interesting coming down. Very interesting. I think the Hawks beat the Bulls tonight as well.
Was Collins back? Do you know?
What? Detroit beat Toronto tonight.
I think they're a good team.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, they're a good team. I mean, there's no way they climb back this year.
No,
but
they're way down. They're like one of the worst teams. But they'll get another top 5 player next year in the draft.
They are a good team. Like I think they're gonna be good next year.
Yeah, so we play Brooklyn and then we're at Charlotte. And then we play Detroit again. We've run into Detroit at a bad time. We played them like 100 times as soon as they get good.
Yeah.
And then Dallas, Golden State, Denver. Yeah, a little West Coast road trip after that.
I know. What
some
am I
tougher
gonna
games
do?
coming up.
I'm gonna have to watch those in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking we'll start getting some guests on as well. I was thinking we have Connor, Cody on for the West Coast road trip. They're both West Coast guys.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll start mixing it up, getting some guests in now that we kind of have some solo episodes in the bank.
What are you thinking about Tice?
I'm fine. He doesn't play a ton.
Yeah.
Do you see actually interesting? Marcus Smart was super excited when he threw the lob to Tice.
Yeah.
He was really hyped about that one. I guess.
And he got it. Yeah.
And he got the and one. He didn't really dunk it, but he put it up.
Did you see how not high Tice jumped?
Yeah.
They had tried one earlier and Tice.
But I just thought it was funny, like how hyped I've never seen Marcus Smart that happy as when he threw the lob to Tice. So I think he's a guy the team likes. He's been around those guys.
He's so likable. I think he works so hard. He's so likable. That's another thing. I don't think Marcus Smart has been his normal self since his injury. Do you think I think his passes.
I think he's had a little downtick, sure, but
that
could just be him not playing out of his mind anymore. Tonight he had a kind of particularly off night. A lot like that stretch.
Hawks. They replaced him
again,
basically.
I didn't see
in the first half. That is one. In the first half, they literally mid play, he came down, he had some terrible passes, and I think it was either Derek White or somebody else. Literally, he passed it, took over at the top of the key because tonight there was that
stretch in the first quarter where Tatum comes out and Marcus Smart, we're up a couple. They have Memphis has nothing going offensively. Smart gets it stolen, easy layup. Smart gets it stolen, easy layup. And then someone else throws a bad pad. I think Smart was involved again, easy layup. And they're within 2 points.
That was similar to the Hawks game. It was
complete
what?
Meltdown as soon as I think
what is going on?
The one thing, another thing I'll say tonight is we struggled to score at times without Tatum tonight.
Yes.
When you don't have Brown out there or Tatum, it's you get into Marcus Smart taking crazy shots territory, and you don't. The ball moves, but you don't have a guy that can go off the dribble, attract defense, and kind of make a play. So, and the other thing we haven't talked about, poor Neesmith.
Oh, I know.
My gosh.
Finally kind of gets
Brown's out. It's his time.
And he played the other night and he played well.
Yeah. His time to get some minutes.
But he was screaming, they said, when he went down. So seems like an ankle sprain
They
at
said
this point.
sprain. I mean, obviously I'm assuming they haven't done x-rays and stuff yet, and they'll do that either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, injuries are the one big concern, really. I like this group, but you're
well, then Derek White went out with the arm.
Yeah.
So we got a couple things going on, and we still rocked it.
Yeah, that's why it was like a great game.
Of course, I'm not sure with those three out who we're calling in from the bench at this point. We need Jalen to come back. We need, it's going to definitely be.
Yeah. My guy Sam Hauser might get some minutes.
Yeah. He hasn't played at all.
No, I mean, we haven't been crushing teams like we were before.
Yeah.
But yeah, he could end up getting some minutes with if Jaylen Brown misses another game. And Neesmith, it sounds like he'll be out. But yeah, another win. I mean, we just keep cruising. We look like one of the best teams in the East right now.
Our preparation and intensity, even our rebounding tonight against Adams, was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when we get paired up with a great team, we do a great job. Like, I just wish we could keep that intensity for all teams from this point on. It just, I don't know. But yeah, I thought we came out ready to play, with the exception, like I said, of slow top of the key play, dribbling extra. I don't know. Like our offense was slow at times in comparison, and their defense was on, and we got stripped a lot. I think a lot more tonight than a normal game. So thank goodness in the first half, their shooting wasn't very good. Ours wasn't either, but it was better than theirs. We still, but yeah. So anyway, that slow dribbling at the top of the key offense, we got to kind of get rid of that. Better ball movement at times, better ball. And we had that tonight. There were other times where we were, we were passing incredibly well. So that's my
good
take.
Stuff.
All right.
All good stuff.
What's the next game?
Brooklyn, Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sunday. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So maybe we record then. Just get kind of back on a schedule. We can do a shorter one with one game. We had a lot of games tonight.
Sorry. I'm like, I have back from Nashville, a lot of notes.
Yeah. You were more prepared than I was. A
lot of stuff going on. I'm like, I'm sure there are things I missed.
We both moved. Yeah. Both moved locations. We'll be a little stable. I guess you will. I'll still be on the move.
Tonight, what a high though. That was a big win. And I said that. A lot of people texted me before the game because they know we do this. And
you're getting texts before the game.
I got so many texts before the game. Big game. And I said, I think this is a big test for us. This is a team that is doing incredibly well in the West, and we rose to the challenge, missing a lot of players. Neesmith left early in the game. Derek White hurt in the game, in a close game, and no Jaylen Brown. And look at us. Our preparation, our mental sort of intensity was so good tonight. And I just hope we come out every single game like that.
Keep it rolling.
Yep. And Jayson Tatum, I don't say that very often. Outstanding. I mean, I think he was spot on. He did a great job. All right.
Yep. We can wrap this up. You can find us on all
platforms. Your father thinks that we need a theme song.
I was thinking of this too. I have, but I mean,
Cantina Band.
What?
Cantina Band.
If we could get that like Cantina Band song in the played by the Celtics background horn. If you could get that to somehow play, that would be perfect.
That would be really perfect. Good. Just for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Beginning and end. That would be perfect.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. By next year, we're going to have this all together.
I have a lot. I'm working on graphics for our presentation. We have things in the works.
I'm going to go shoot around later.
On the parquet. You and Deuce. Shoot with Deuce after the game.
Yep.
But you can find us on all platforms. Twitter, we're at Shamrock Talk Pod. Instagram, we're at Shamrock Talk. YouTube, Shamrock Talk. Facebook. Have you shared our Facebook?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
You gotta start sharing.
I was in Nashville.
I'll text you tomorrow. I can send you the link and you can share it.
I will.
Facebook, Shamrock Talk, like us there. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Caniac. We're gonna get Canes to sponsor this podcast too. That's one of my goals. I'm just gonna
Cane's
harass
chicken.
them. Yeah, I'm going to just keep tweeting at them until they sponsor our podcast.
Yes,
so I'll get
I will
that
share
going.
the link.
But yeah, other than that, maybe we'll record Sunday.
Sounds good.
See everybody later.
All right. Adios.